The CNN newsroom. You know, it is the largest school in the world. It is online, it is free, and it's expanding. We'll talk to the founder and the winner of a $2 million prize from Google. Okay, so it was 2 years ago today that Google announced Project 10 to the 100th. The goal, well, it was to change the world by helping people. Google got 150,000 entries, and today the company announced 5 winners. One is the Khan Academy, which is a nonprofit that lets the world learn for free through its 1,600 online videos. Now, the man behind the Khan Academy is Salman Khan, and he joins us now live from Google headquarters in Mountain View, California. Happy day for you?
It is. It's pretty exciting.
Well, listen, so tell us, what do you plan to do with the Google money?
Well, as you mentioned, Khan Academy right now, it's actually pushing close to 2,000 videos. They've all been produced by me. We're going to do 2 things with the money. We're going to, one, translate a lot of the content into some of the world's major languages, Spanish, Mandarin, Arabic, Hindi, Portuguese. Well, I could keep going on. And we're going to build out the software part of what we did. I built out the first version, but really what this is going to allow us to do is become more than just me. We're going to be able to hire a team and turn it into an all-out virtual school.
Yeah, so that's
free.
Yeah, that's what people are wondering. That's the obvious question. How do you do it? How do you do school online? And is it actually viable? Does it work?
Well, you know, there's 2 parts of school. One is the learning part and one is the credentialing part. We're tackling the learning part first. And I think it does work. I think when people go to the site, they'll see that there's a lot of testimonials from a lot of people who are not just using this as a supplement. They're using this as kind of their substitute sometimes for what maybe should go on in the classroom. So there's, you know, we get hundreds of letters a day from learners all over the world who use this as their primary way to learn.
So listen, you were, can we say that you were one of the tech guys, right? Did you do that before? I know that you worked in money and business. I think you were a hedge fund. You worked in hedge funds, right? So how did you just decide to change and say, you know what, I'm going to deal with education. I'm going to deal with education and teaching online?
Well, you know, there was always a part of me that wanted to do something in education. About 5 years ago, I had a family member in New Orleans. I was in Boston at the time who needed help with math. So I started tutoring her remotely. And then I started tutoring her brothers, and it started going really well, but it became hard to schedule time. So I said, hey, let me put let me do my lectures on YouTube so that we don't have to schedule our time. And their feedback immediately was that they liked me better on YouTube than in person because they got to pause and repeat, and I guess there wasn't the stress of a live interaction with their cousin. And I also made it free for anybody else, and I started getting letters from random people all over the world saying that these videos allowed them to pass algebra, or these videos are the reason why they didn't drop out of school or why they're able to go back to college. And I just got excited about it. I was doing it part-time. It really is a hobby while I was, as you mentioned, working at a hedge fund. And then the site kept growing until last year, where it got too exciting for me to be able to focus on my hedge fund job. So I quit, and I lived off of savings for a little bit. We got a few donations earlier this year that allowed me to take a small salary, but this Google Award really allows us to take it to the next level and turn it into a real free virtual school.
What was your reaction when you got the Google Award? I'm sure you were ecstatic, because this really helps move things along.
Oh, yeah, it's super exciting. I mean, you know, obviously the money is huge. We'll be able to build out a team. We'll be able to internationalize the content so that more than just English speakers, you know, we can start, you know, addressing the other 5 billion people on the world. And I think probably the biggest thing is that it's you know, the Google people are pretty serious thinkers, and they wouldn't be throwing around $2 million for just any effort. So I think this is a pretty strong validation for what we're doing.
So I want to ask you this. You know, the movie Waiting for Superman opens today, and it's about education, and everyone is trying to figure out, how do we fix the American educational system? Do you have any advice from what you are doing that we can, you know, learn from for our schools, the brick and mortar schools?
Yeah, you know, I think people have been talking about technology being a major factor for a while now. I think the problem is that all the attempts so far using technology have been kind of to mold the technology to the traditional academic model. What we're trying to do is really just rethink how you can learn now using technology, and maybe we should mold the traditional academic model to how we can use technology. But I could go on and about that. But I think you're going to see some major changes in the next 5 to 10 years.
Salman Khan from the Khan Academy, congratulations, and we'll be looking to see what you are doing with that money and how it helps your effort there. Thanks again, okay?
Thank you.